Right, I forgot to talk about cryptocurrencies that I wanted to do. Still a little bit chat lagged. So now let's have a look here at cryptocurrencies. It looks actually very bullish. I'm quite optimistic what's going to happen here. Well, that's Ethereum, as you might remember. For many of those pairs, we actually had, well, this is wrong. We actually had an S1 pattern, right? For many of those pairs on the daily. Now this is Ethereum. That was an S1 pattern that basically triggered here. Then we had another, well, a pattern with after a pattern. So this is another S1, and currently we're forming another S1 that has already triggered, right? So it's clustered with S1s, and I actually like Ethereum a lot. Let's just put it here. So this is the level. I actually like Ethereum a lot because if this well, the all-time high is very close now, right? We're basically this bar here. We can see it better. This is an excited price action event, right? Well, why did it plot this bar? Well, it's basically testing the all-time high here on the weekly, right? It's testing the all-time high. Now it has become the consolidation high and a very strong stop run level. Should this level fall, right, we're going to see a big move. So just to get an idea, what type of move can we expect? Well, this is the pattern. Well, we had another pattern, right? So we have a weekly pattern, we've got a daily pattern, and we had a couple of 240 or hourly patterns. Now, what can we expect? Well, we can expect. Well, now everything is based on the weekly pattern. Well, we just expect a momentum move that belongs to the weekly pattern, right? Well, you can see it better here on the monthly. So this is the move, this is the consolidation. So we can actually expect here, we can expect, and that's pretty, well, that's pretty amazing. So that was a huge move, right? We can expect Ethereum to go towards the 40,000. I cannot believe this, right? So it could actually tenfold within the next 6 to 8 months or so. So that would be an important price action event, right? If you make a new all-time high and then it starts to move. Well, the next important number is the 10,000, and price should get drawn to that. Right, I just plotted that 10,000. So this is the next level, right? So price is drawn towards that. That's a magnet level, and I'm pretty bullish. Ethereum, quite bullish. Now Bitcoin. Let's have a look at Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, same thing here. We've got a 240-minute pattern forming that has just triggered, right? It's not too late. That has formed here. We've got a nice test of 21. Again, this one has as well tested the all-time high. We have gone slightly beyond. So again, this one is an important level. Be reminded, this is an overall sideways, right? So this might well fail. Because, well, in overall sideways, the win rate is lower, right? It could fail, or it could make a new low and then re-break, for example, which would be a re-entry. However, if it's going to be successful, I mean, then we're expecting, again here, we're expecting this type of move, and this was a 6-folder, right? So we can expect a 6-folder from here. So 6-folder from 60,000, well, it's 360,000. The next level is the 100,000. Interesting times indeed. What we've seen as well these couple of days is that some of the altcoins are moving strongly, and let's have a look at some of those. So, for example, 1 inch was the surprise of yesterday. Basically, it doubled in price, right, from 4 to 8. Well, that's a momentum. Well, that's a big bar. Where does it come from? Well, it basically comes from that it has well, first, one thing is we've got an S1 pattern and it has just completed its target, right, of this momentum move, and well, we have triggered as well here this line, and as you can see, this got triggered with the break of this consolidation, right? This high is this touch of the line, and this is basically provided an entry into this pattern, right? So this is 1 inch. Well, we've got some others. I'm just picking some of those. I don't say that you should get in there, right? We see the same picture all over the place. That's a daily pattern, right? A Matic, and Matic has moved nicely. It has made a new high. Again here, we're in overall sideways, right? Or let's have a look at something else. Well, I see big moves now here with LRC, 18% today. Well, that's an interesting one, right? Again, it's an overall sideways, right? It's still here. There's still resistance ahead. This is an S1 pattern. It has already gone there, right? And then price shied away. So these are stop run levels. Should price establish, I mean, that's a daily. I would basically, if I would look to get into this one now, I would actually wait for a close of a daily bar above the line, and then a next bar that breaks that bar. This could be an entry signal, for example, right? But you have to make your own due diligence and take your decisions. This is actually an S1. That's what I just see here. This is an S1 on a 240 within, yeah, oval sideways, completely oval sideways, right? But interesting moves. And this one bar is an 80% move, right? This daily bar, this is 18%. So you really need to be a little bit careful due to the volatility, especially of these altcoins, right? And only invest money you can you're fine to lose. SHIB was yesterday that made a big move, right? This was an S2 futures pattern that really worked beautifully. And we can see, well, that's a new coin, right? It has made a new all-time high, and we can see what happens if coins make a new all-time high. This is what produced this huge big bar, right? And let's have a look here. If we go back here, that was at 2, or let's say 3. Well, it has tripled, right? From here to here, it has basically tripled. And that's quite nice. I'm just moving my stop here, and I got in down here. Well, based on this S2 futures pattern. Now, yeah. So I think we are about to. Well, what we basically see is that the altcoins are moving in line with the big ones, right? Well, the big ones have not yet made it to an all-time high. Well, this is an important signal, right? So I can actually already guess quite well that if we break to an all-time high, and if we actually start to get out of this sideways consolidation, we've been in here we've been in here for more than 6 months, right? If we leave that sideways consolidation, and then, well, another momentum move is about to happen, we'll see the altcoins explode, right? So just have a look at altcoins as well. Have a nice mix of the bigger ones, the macro coins, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and some of the smaller ones, right, with a lower position size, capital allocation. But more or less the altcoins, well, they move 5 times faster than Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin increases 5%, if we've got altcoin season, when the altcoins run as well, then we can see basically a leverage of 5. Bitcoin goes up 5%, altcoins go up 25%. This is more or less the number to look for. So interesting times, and looking forward.